Hello friends, welcome to another video. In this video, we will discuss one more advanced coding question of TCS NQT. And this question was asked on day 4. So I have already uploaded all the advanced coding question of day 1, day 2, day 3 in C++, Java and Python. So try to practice more and more. Go through all that question and whichever language you are familiar with, you can try that. Now today we will see very interesting problem. So this question that they asked was directly from one popular algorithm which is longest increasing subsequence, and I know all of you must have read about it. So this is algorithm which is very popular, and this is based on dynamic programming. So we will see how to solve this question. Now since this is a standard one, so there are chances that you can get same type of question. So you have to make sure that you understand this algorithm, okay, and I will try my best to make it understand. And we will also see how to approach a dynamic programming problem. So in this same video we will discuss the code in C++ also, Java also, Python also, because code is very simple. Just we have some for loops, okay. So no need to worry about that, just you have to understand the problem. And the main thing about this problem is that they will not directly give that okay, this is longest increasing subsequence problem. You have to conclude it after reading the statement, okay. This is the main obstacle. Once you get that okay, this problem is from longest increasing subsequence, then you can start coding it. So we will see how to deal with it. So without any further delay, we can start. So the question I have put in the simple form to make you understand and to save our time. So just I have put the conclusion of the question. So the question is like this: Alice has introduced a new game having n levels. She will launch one level of game daily in random order. A player will get a point after completing each level, and after completing a level, a player cannot play the lower level, and a player can skip any level of the game, and we have to find the maximum point that can be achieved. Now see, after reading, did you get anything like longest increasing subsequence? If yes, then it's okay. If no, then we will see. So see, in this way they will not directly repeat the question. They will give the question in such a way that after reading it, it could be that you understand okay, this is longest increasing subsequence. And since many students face problem in dynamic programming, I will also discuss in detail. So make sure you pay full attention, and then we will see. Okay. So now see the question. So let me make you understand once more. So the first line of input will be number of levels. So this is a game, there are 7 levels, and all these are level. So level 4 to 5, so on. You are a player and you want to win the game, and we know that after each level we will get a point. So to win the game we have to play maximum number of levels. So you will think that okay, this is very easy, I will play all the level. But no, there is a one constraint which is very important, and this is that after completing a level, a player cannot play the lower level. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that suppose I am a player, I started and I played this level. On day 1, when the game was launched, I played level 4. Okay, and this thing will be given to you in prior, means we have been given already. So we have to see which will be the best option. So suppose if I played level 4, now I cannot play level 2, because it is given in the question that you cannot play the lower level. So if I played level 4, I cannot play level 2. So after 4 I can play 5, yes, but 3 I cannot play because 3 is less than 5. Similarly 4 I cannot play, I can play 7. Okay, so are you getting something? We are getting an increasing subsequence 4, 5, 7. because after each level we cannot play lower level. Okay, so we can play higher one only. Okay, and since it is given that having n levels, there will be n levels only, so it will be, sorry, where is it? Yeah, so it will be unique. As you can see, all are unique, 1 2 3 4 5 and 7. So since they are levels, so all will be unique. So if we are at 4, now after 4 we cannot play 2 because 2 is less than 4. We can only play 5 which is greater than 4. Similarly, after 5, 3 cannot be played, 4 cannot be played, 7 we can play. Okay, so we are getting, okay, we got increasing subsequence. So some part we are getting, increasing we got. Now why longest? Longest because, so if you play this level, like after 4 you played 5 and then 7, then what, how many points you will get? You will get 3 points. But there is one more possibility. Suppose if I started with 2, so suppose I played 2, then I can play 3, then 4, then 7. Now it is also increasing. So in question it is given we cannot play lower level. So after 2 we played 3, then 4, then 7. All are increasing and it is longest also. So in this case we will get 4 points. And in previous case we got only 3 points. So obviously we want to get maximum. So I will play this way. So that's why we have to find longest. Because what will be the length of the subsequence, that much point I will get. And we want the maximum only. We want the maximum point. So that's why this is the longest increasing subsequence problem. Now see how we concluded after all this thinking. That we want increasing, which is given in the question, and we want to be longest because we want to grab more and more points. So more game we want to play in increasing order. So this is the LIS problem. And one more thing, in question there was given one hint. So I am suggesting you to go through that hint also. It will help you a lot. Okay, so try to go through it. Now once we understood that, okay, it is longest increasing subsequence, LIS problem, then we will see how to deal with it. Now comes the dynamic programming part. And I hope all of you are understanding. Now see how to approach dynamic programming. So for that I have taken one simple example. What does dynamic programming mean? So in case of dynamic programming, it goes like this, that if you have calculated a sub problem, then no need to recalculate it. It says that just use it. No need to reconstruct the wheel. For example, suppose if I have given you that 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equals to 6, I have given you. Now I want you to calculate 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. So there are two methods. Method 1 is you will start from here, 1, then plus 2, then plus 3, then plus 4. Or you will think, okay, if I have already the answer for up to 3, sum up to 3, why to waste our time again? So if I know the answer what is sum up to 3, then I will just use it. So up to 1 plus 2 plus 3, the sum is 6. So just add 4 to it. Plus 4 is 10. So this is dynamic programming in simplest example I have thought up. So if you have anything already, just use it directly. So same thing we will do with longest increasing subsequence. Now let me give you an example. So let us say I have to find the longest increasing subsequence in this example. So suppose if I have given you that, okay, listen, I have given you the longest increasing subsequence up till here, this line, and now I want to find you up till here. Then how we will do? So suppose I have given you that, okay, up till here you have the length 3 and that sequence is 2 4 6. If I say you that, okay, you have this sequence ending with 6 of length 3. So it is very easy. If I know all the previous one, I will just append this 7 here and form a new sequence. And since it has to be increasing, so I will just check with my previous. Is 7 greater than 6? So yes, it means it is increasing. And now we have to find the length. Now since we already know the length up till here, which is 3, I will just add one more because one element is added. So 3 plus 1, 4. So I got the answer. Okay, up till 7, the longest increasing subsequence length is 4. So see how simple it was. Just we have calculated up till the previous point and we add to that. So in this way we will use to calculate it. Okay, so I hope you are getting, and don't worry about the code. In all the languages, popular 3.1, C++, Java, Python, I will discuss. And since because I utilize the same video for all the languages, because the code is very simple, that's why I thought to discuss in a single one. Okay, so don't worry about the code. First understand the problem. Okay, so this way we will do. Now let us see the original problem. Now see how to do it. So let me show you the code of all the 3 languages. So okay, this is the Python code. You can see just few lines. These 2 lines are for input, and then there is 2 for loop. Similarly, you can go through the C++, whosoever is good in C++. You can see just 2 lines of code, and similarly in Java also few lines. Okay, so now understand the logic. So the logic is like this: whatever array will be given or list, whatever, I will calculate the longest increasing subsequence up till each index, like up till index 2, index 3, index 4, and so on, and then we will reuse it. Okay, so start from here. Now we will create a list. Okay, we will create a list in Python, similarly a vector in C++. Okay, as you can see here, so in C++ we will create a vector, and similarly in Java we will create an array. Okay, so this is the code. Now in that array or list or vector, all are same, just name is different. So in that thing we will store the length up till each index, maximum length. So let us see how to do it. So let us start with 4. So first understand the logic, then we will see the code, because logic is same everywhere. Now start with 4. So since this is the first element, so if I ask you, if I just give you 4 and say you, okay, find me the longest increasing subsequence, so length will be 1 only, because there is only one element. So here I have stored 1. So this is the initial case of the LIS, all will be 1. Why I have taken all 1? Because see, an element itself in itself is longest increasing subsequence of length 1. Any element, if I just give you 10, 7, it is of length 1. So that's why all I have taken 1. And now we will go one by one. So for 4, if there is just one element, then longest increasing subsequence will be of length 1. Now I start with 2. Now I have to see that if I append or if I add this 2, then where can I add? After 4 only. Okay, so there is option that I will add 2 after 4 and make a sequence like this, 4, 2. Okay, or start with 2 itself. There are 2 possibilities. If I can start with 4, like 4 and 2, or I can start with empty one and we will just start from 2. There are 2 possibilities. So each one I will see. And for 1 itself, length 1 itself, already I have taken 1. Now I will see, is it possible to append 2 after 4? So we will check, okay, if I want to make a sequence like this 4, 2, is it possible? Then the answer will be no, because we want increasing, but this is not increasing. After 4, 2 is not increasing, because 2 is not greater than 4. So this is not possible. So the length, maximum longest increasing subsequence length, will remain 1 up till here. See how simple it is. And if I give you a question like, okay, I have two elements 4, 2, what is the length of the longest increasing subsequence? So it will be 1, either 4 itself or 2 itself. So up till here also we have calculated, up till here also. Now we have to add 5. So I want to add 5. So there are 3 options. Either 5 can be added after 4, 5 can be added after 2, or we can start with 5 itself. Only these options are there. So we will check each one by one. And out of that, whatever will be the maximum will be stored here. So forget 2 for now, I have written it. We will calculate it, okay. So initially it was 1. Now I will check, okay, can I put 5 after 4? So yes. So I can make a sequence like 4, 5, yes. Now if I add after it, now we will check, okay, what will be that length? So I will say, okay, I will just see, okay, what is the length up till here? Just add plus 1. So I will ask 4, what is the length up till here? So 4 will say, okay, longest increasing subsequence length up to me is 1. And the moment I will add 5, so up till here it is 1. The moment I add 5, the length will become 2. So we got, okay, after 4, if I append 5, length will be 2. And initially it was 1. So since we get maximum value, we will update it, because we want maximum length. So one option completed. Now 5 can also be put after 2 also. Yes. So there will be some sequence like 2, 5. And whatever is before 2, I don't want to know. No need of that, because we already know length up to here. So we will check, okay, 5 is greater than 2 or not. Yes. So we can form an increasing sequence. Now length, we want to get the length. So length up till 2 is 1. So the moment I add 5, length will become 2. So already 2, so we will just keep it. So I hope you are understanding it. Yes. So this is very simple. Now we will start with 3. Now for 3 also there are 3 choices. Either 3 can be put after 4, or after 2, or after 5. So we will check all the cases, and again we will see the length and plus 1. So same thing will go. So 4 cannot be put after 3 because it will not be increasing. But 3 cannot be put after 4. Now 3 can be put after 2, yes. It will remain increasing. And up till 2, what is the length? 1. And if I add 3, length will become. So up till 2, we had some length 1. The moment I will add 3 to that sequence, length will increase by 1. So up till here it was 1. The moment 3 will be added, it will become 2. So update it. Similarly, 3 can go after 5 also. So yes, sequence is possible, but it will not be increasing. So just cancel it. So see, are you getting something? So for each element, we are iterating all the previous element. So I hope you got it. We will use 2 loop. One loop will go from 0 to n, and other loop will start from 0 and will go up to I, means I minus 1. So now see the code of each one. So first Python one, we can see for loop. Now see, in code there is no much difference, just syntax difference is there. So for loop is moving from 1 to n. Why 1 to n? Because 0 is already in the increasing order, no need to change that. And similarly inner loop is going from 0 to ith. Similarly see the C++ code. This is the outer loop 1 to n, and inner loop 0 to I. And all these are line is just to take input. Similarly you can see the Java code. So all these are just to take the input. And yeah, so this outer loop is for 1 to n, and inner loop from 0 to I. Okay. Okay, now move further. Again we will check for 4. So 4 cannot be placed. Now 4 can be placed after 4 also, but it will not be increasing, so skip it. 4 can go after 2 also, it can be increasing, yes. And what is the length maximum length possible up till 2, 1, and after adding 4, length will increase by 1, so it will become 2. Now 4 can go after 5 also, yes, but will not be increasing, so skip it. And 4 can come after 3 also. Means suppose there is some sequence which ends with 3 and we can add 4 to it. It is possible, yes, because it will remain increasing. Now I want to ask, okay, up till 3 what is the length? We have already calculated, which is 2. So up till here whatever sequence we have has length 2. So we will add 4, then length will become 3. So just update it. Now see the next line of code. So are you getting it? For each element we are checking two things. The first thing is this current element greater than whatever jth value we are going? If it is yes, because then only it will be increasing. So if it is yes, then we are checking that, okay, whatever is the LIS length up till here, and if I add +1, is it greater than whatever current we have? If it is, then update it. So let us see the code of all. So first we are checking, okay, AI is the current element and J is all the previous one. So we are checking, is the current one greater than previous one? Because then only it will be increasing. If it is yes, then we are doing AND. And in case of AND, we are checking that LIS up to jth point, whatever length is there, if I add +1, why? Because current element I will also add. Now then we will see the length, and then we will see, is it greater than current length or not? If it is, then we will update it. If you do not understand, we will see again. But before that, see the code for all languages. So in here also same thing is there. AI is greater than AJ, LISJI is greater than LISI. So since the code is same, yeah, AI is greater than AJ, LISJ. Only syntax difference will be there. So what I was saying that, start from 7. So what first thing we checked? We started from 0th and we checked, is 7 greater than 4 or not? If it is greater, then only we will move forward. So the same thing we checked, is 7 greater than 4 or not? So you can see we are checking, is AI greater than AJ or not? If it is, then we will check, okay, it is greater. Now we checked the length up till here. So length up till here is 1. And if I add 7, the length will become 2. So okay, length will become 2. So we added 1. So now length become 2. And now we are checking, okay, so if I go after 4, length will be 2. And what is my initial length? So it is 1. So it is greater, 2 is greater than 1. Then just append it, just replace it. So same thing we are doing here. If LISJ +1 is greater than LISI, then just put LISI with the greater 1 value, because we want the maximum. Okay, so see how simple we are going. Similarly, so if I put 7 after 4, the maximum length will be 2. So update it. Now 7 we can put after 2 also, yes. And up till 2, what is the length? 1. If I put 7, length will become 2. So it is already greatest. Now 7 can go after, or 7 can be put in the sequence which ends with 5 also, yes. And it will remain increasing, yes. Now up till 5, what is the length? 2. The moment I will add 7 to it, length will become 3. So that 3 is greater than this 2, yes. So we will update it with 3. Similarly, 7 can go after, or 7 will come in a sequence which ends with 3, like this. Suppose we have a sequence which ends with 3 and we will add 7 to it. Now 7 will ask, okay, is it favorable to go after 3 or not? So for that we will check the length. So up till 3, what is the length possible? 2. And if I add 7 to that sequence, length will become 3. So it is already maximum, so keep it. Now last thing, 7 will check, okay, if I go with 4, or if I come after 4, then what will be the length possible? So up till 4 there is some sequence which ends with 4. So the moment I add 7 to it, it will remain increasing, yes. And up till 4, what is the maximum length of longest increasing subsequence possible? 3. So the moment I add 7, it will become 4, which is greater than 3. So update it with 4. So 4 length maximum we got. And now last element is 1, but it is not greater than anything. So skip it. So this is the LIS list or vector, whatever you say, is done. Now just one thing we have to do. Out of this we will check which is maximum. That will be the answer. Okay. So now see the final code. I hope you must have understood the code. So LIS be stored. Now just done the maximum, take the maximum out of all that. So this was for Python, and in C++ also there is max element which will take the maximum, and in this case in LIS be stored all the length, so we will take the maximum and return it or print it. Similarly in Java there is also max, but I did not use it. I applied a loop, and one by one I am taking the maximum. So this is simple. I think each value we are checking, comparing with the maximum, and we are storing the maximum, and at last we print max. So this 3 line is for find the maximum in that list or array. Okay, so this was the simple code. So I hope you understand this standard algorithm, which is longest increasing subsequence, and this has been completed in n square time, and it can be done in n log n also. Okay, so this was all about the code, and if you have any problem in any line of the code in any languages, you can write in the comment section, and that's all from my side. Keep practicing, and thank you guys. Take care.